Daryl, you're a chopper pilot. You've been heavily involved in the aerial assault on these wildfires. What's it been like up there?
At the minute, it's looking okay. Hout Bayside is still burning strongly, I think, and Tokai Forest we're a little bit worried about. I'm about to go up now and relieve some of our other crew, so we'll go and see what it's like now.
Okay. In all the years that you've been doing this job, have you ever seen fires to this extent?
There are large wildfires. I've just come from Tulbagh, where we've spent 8 days on a fire up there with all the crews. Table Mountain hasn't burnt like this for a few years now, so obviously we're concerned about it.
Okay. Do you guys at this stage have any idea of how it started, and why has it been so difficult to contain?
I don't know. I'm just a pilot, so we're not involved in the research over how it started. The problems we have with this fire is temperature and wind has been against us. So that's the main reason why it's got so out of control.
Okay. And the guys fighting it on the ground, I mean, how do you coordinate this sort of whole sort of fight?
Well, this is, I mean, we work for Working on Fire, which is a job creation company. The guys on the ground are the kind of important guys on the fire. What we do in the helicopter is drop water, which cools the flames enough so that the ground teams can go in and beat the fires. We're coordinating with them by radio the whole time. So we'll drop a bunch of water on them. On the fire rather, and then they'll come in and follow up and actually beat out the fire. They do the sort of hard work in this whole thing.
So the areas that you've been fighting, where are you collecting the water from, and are you dropping anything other than water on these flames?
We collect water from whatever the closest water source is. Yesterday I was picking up out of Hout Bay Golf Course. So we'll pick water wherever the closest is to the fire, because you got to be as quick as possible going around. We add foam to the water as a fire suppressant, and that just helps put out the fire a little bit better.
In terms of the vegetation, we obviously know that the mountains around you are covered in fynbos. Is that a particularly good fuel for fires?
It's very good because it's quite oily, so it tends to burn very well. Obviously, environmentally it's a big concern for us, and in the Western Cape we know about the issues with fynbos and protecting this species. But it's more important that we manage these fires as much as possible.
Probably difficult to tell at this stage, but what kind of damage has been done already in terms of the fauna and flora?
I'm not sure. You'll need to speak to someone from Environmental Affairs about that. It looks quite bad up there. I think they're talking about 3,000 hectares, but you'd have to speak to someone with more knowledge than me about that.
And I mean, for the most part, is this fire going to be contained, do you think?
Well, every fire gets contained in the end. Hopefully by the end of today, but you can never, there's no guarantees. It depends on the weather more than anything else. And today is particularly hot. Hopefully the wind will stay calm and we can get it under control.